In this short video, I want to show you what you can find in the utilities panel. Sometimes it can be useful, or at least it's useful to know what to expect to find here. So first of all, I have to mention that this utility panel is shown for an Explorer model. So for a Scholar, you will not see some of these icons, which are exclusive to the Explorer model. So first of all, we see in the lights where you can control the housing lights and the microscope lights. So you can turn it off, turn it on. We can also turn on the main light control, and we can disconnect or connect them in case you're interested in playing with the lights. We can control the valves. This is of course for the Explorer. Valve A and B, if we want to use open specific valves for the control of gases that we are interested in using with our Nano-Fraser Explorer. Then we have a humidity and temperature sensor, which is also for the Nano-Fraser Explorer. As you can see, I opened the user manual in case you're interested in knowing a little bit more information regarding these functionalities or any functionality in general. Remember to press the question mark here so we can see the status of the humidity and the temperature. Then we also have a digital to analog controller or analog to digital controller and their respective switches. So if we want to, for example, input a certain voltage to our writer, we can, I don't know, put here 6, press play, and we switch, which means that we're going to heat up our writer. You can also see that there is a small bending that is because of the thermal bending that's due to the application of this voltage that leads to a very high heating of the writer. So yeah, we have this other panel for the stage. So in case we want to control just the stage position, maybe we want to move by 50 microns. You see then also this will be changed here. We can set 0. So resetting the coordinates of our warm-up, and also set to 0 the position of Z. So you can also connect or disconnect. We also see the focus motor icon, which is of course again for the Explorer only, because for the Scholar we have to manually adjust the focus, and we can move up and down the focus motor and control its connection. Then we can have a view of the microscope, so we can control the exposure time and the white balance in case we want to play with the optical camera image. In this case, I recommend to keep the standard values in case you are using Nano-Fraser for standard operations, but you can always play around with these settings. Then we can also control the connection. So in case we want to reset the USB connection of the Nano-Fraser, maybe you're having some issues in connection, we can try to disconnect and reconnect the tool from here, or also initialize the Nano-Fraser controller. Lastly, we have the controller for the laser. So for example, if we want to manually turn on the laser, we can also do it from the utilities panel. We have to turn on the emission light, and of course this is only possible if the cage, an enclosure of our Nano-Fraser is closed, otherwise we cannot really use the laser. So turn on the emission light, the laser is connected, so armed and ready. I can set a power of, let's say, 150 milliwatts. Set. I enable the emission, and we see the laser here. So it's also another way that you can use to manually turn on the laser and check that it's working correctly. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the utilities panel. I hope it's useful to have just a very general idea of what we can find here. Usually you don't play around much with this utility panel, but sometimes it can be useful.